Welcome back, y'all. It is Tuesday evening, almost evening. It's like, I think it's about 3, maybe a little bit after 3. Me and Jonah are out here bringing the trash cans back down because it was trash day. And I need to get some chicken feed for the chickens. And then I'm gonna clean up the porches, especially the back porch, because I'm cooking on the Blackstone tonight. There's a spider web right here. Extreme breakfast on the Blackstone. So I wanna get the porch cleaned up. We haven't really been outside the past few days because it's been raining. We had another thunderstorm earlier this afternoon. I also need to sweep up out here real quick. It still looks really good from where we organized it a while back, but we do need to sweep, I see. There's a little bit of trash on the floor from feed bags and stuff. Here's Miss Turkey. I can't remember where we got this little hose thing from.
Home Depot.
Was it Home Depot?
Thanks.
Home Depot or Lowe's. I mean, it's pretty good. It does keep the hose neat, but it's not very sturdy. Like somebody has to hold, like it feels like it's gonna fall apart sometimes. Somebody has to help you hold it while you roll it up. Since it rained earlier, the hose is all wet and yucky. It has wheels on the back, but one of our wheels broke off. Not sure what happened to that. But you can still roll it on one wheel. I'm hoping that the grass dries enough for us to cut the grass this evening because it definitely needs it. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of this tree up here. Titus pulled it up the other day, but he didn't do anything with it. He just, grass angels?
Yep.
You're gonna be itchy. Grass makes me itch. I think this one is doing the best of all. I mean, it is getting bigger. It seems like every time I look at it, it's bigger. You're leaving a tree trail. I bet we have some okra. Yep, we do. Look at Mr. Pumpkin, still going strong. Pickle bush cucumber looking good over here. You gonna pick those?
Yeah.
The Blue Lake bush beans are looking good, but something's trying to eat that one, it looks like. Wake up, George. All right, y'all, change of plans. We're back inside, so I was gonna make the breakfast for supper out on the Blackstone, but it's pouring down rain again. And when the wind's blowing, it's hard to cook on that Blackstone because it's hard for it to hold the heat. So we're changing it to Zaxby's. That's what we're having for supper. Jake is gonna stop and get it on his way home. I was still gonna cook something, but I just made mention of Zaxby's and everybody got really excited, so Zaxby's it is. But since I'm not having to cook supper, we're gonna make an Apple Pandowdy. Never heard of an Apple Pandowdy? I'm about to show you. Well, there are several different ways that people do it. I think people in different parts of the country do it differently, or of the world maybe. I've seen different versions of it. I've seen like a pie crust version, a biscuit crust version, a dumpling type version almost. We're gonna do the biscuit one. That's the one we're doing. So in our pot, we're gonna put 1 cup of brown sugar. Jake's also stopping to get vanilla ice cream for me to go with the Apple Pandowdy. It's kind of like an apple cobbler. It's called a Pandowdy because they would take it out of the oven before it finished and press the crust down into the filling so that the crust would get, you know, a lot of moisture from the filling inside there and it wouldn't be so tough. With this biscuit version, you don't have to do that though. So it's a little easier than the pie crust one. It also doesn't take as long because with the pie crust one, you have to refrigerate the crust for an hour, roll it out, cut it, and then refrigerate it again for 30 minutes. You can see now why we're going with the biscuit version. Although the pie crust one is very good. Okay, I'm just gonna leave my measuring cups out. Let me grab my apron.
Mama, you have to laugh when I say peanut when the source Rex cheese.
Is that what you dreamed about? Was the Tyrannosaurus Rex eating the peanut cheese?
No, the Tyrannosaurus
Oh, that makes sense now. 1 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, we put in 1 cup of water. Now we're gonna put a teaspoon of lemon juice. Manly's been over there looking at a Western magazine. What was that magazine talking about? Oh my. Now we're gonna cook this over medium heat until it starts to thicken, and then we're gonna remove it from the heat and just sit it over to the side. Okay, in this bowl we're gonna put 1 cup of all-purpose flour. This is gonna be for the dough. We're still waiting on our brown sugar mixture over here. 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We'll whisk this together, and we're gonna cut in 5 tablespoons of butter. Oh, I need to preheat the oven to 350. We're still waiting on the brown sugar mixture to thicken. Not there yet. You know what we should have done first was gotten the apples ready, but we didn't. That's okay. It won't take us long. We just need to peel them and slice them. Okay, we're getting thick over here. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it from the heat. We've got our butter cut in here. We're gonna put in 3/4 of a cup of milk. Okay, so there's the dough. We're just gonna sit it over to the side. Get out our baking dish. And we're gonna spray it with just a little bit of cooking spray. And we'll get the apples ready. We're just gonna peel them and slice them, and I'll put them straight over into the casserole dish. Alright, we got the apples in here. We're gonna sprinkle on a little bit of cinnamon. Okay, inside the brown sugar mixture, we're gonna put 2 tablespoons of butter and a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm gonna go ahead and stir this butter around a little bit and let it start melting so it's still warm. I should have put this in right when I took it off the heat since I didn't have my apples ready, but it's okay, it's still warm, so it's melting it for us. And we'll put in a teaspoon of vanilla. We'll mix that all together. When the butter melts, we're gonna pour this over the apples. Going on the menu.
Really good.
Apple Pandowdy will be on the menu at the Moss Family Kitchen restaurant. Y'all, that's better than a cobbler. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the biscuit topping, the underneath part of it is pretty much like dumplings. I mean, it tastes like dumplings under there. The top, it's almost like a little bit of a crispy, just delicious. It's just, y'all, if you only make one dessert this month, make this one. Good job. Now the top ones. Sound like you're singing a song. Cheese. We're to the pumpkin patch, Biscuit. We're going to the pumpkin patch soon too, right?